Today on Neural Newscast, the escalating conflict in the Middle East reaches a critical transit hub, and a total electrical collapse leaves Cuba in the dark. It is Monday, March 16th, 2026. From Neural Newscast, I'm Talia Bennett.
And I'm Thatcher Collins.
The conflict between the United States, Israel, and Iran is now in its 17th day, with a significant expansion of the combat zone into the Gulf. Authorities in Dubai reported a fire near the international airport today following a drone strike on a fuel tank. This forced a temporary suspension of all flights at one of the world's busiest transit hubs. While operations have partially resumed, Emirates has canceled several routes for the day. This follows additional strikes in the UAE, including an industrial zone in Fujairah and a missile hit in Abu Dhabi. In Jerusalem, shrapnel from intercepted Iranian missiles fell across the Old City, specifically near the Temple Mount and the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. No major damage to the structures was reported, but the proximity to these religious sites marks a tense shift in the geography of the strikes.
While physical strikes continue, the information front is becoming equally complex. Israel launched a new wave of attacks on Tehran today, where the Iranian Red Crescent reports that a clinic and an aid post were damaged. Meanwhile, the spokesperson for Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps claims their weapons cache remains largely intact, asserting that the missiles used so far are a decade old and do not represent their newest capabilities. On the diplomatic side, Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has dismissed any possibility of truce talks, stating they never asked for a ceasefire and are prepared to defend themselves indefinitely. The death toll in Iran has now reached 1,444 people, with over 18,000 injured. Adding to the tension is a new accusation from President Trump regarding the use of technology in this conflict. Speaking from Air Force One, the president claimed that the United States has decimated Iran's drone manufacturing capability. However, he also took to social media to accuse Tehran of being a master of media manipulation through artificial intelligence. He specifically pointed to footage of what he called phony kamikaze boats, alleging that Iran used AI to create these images to spread disinformation about their naval gains. He described the boats as non-existent weapons, designed to look powerful and vicious for the media, though he did not provide specific evidence for the claim.
The energy implications of this war are now being felt thousands of miles away. Today, Cuba's national electrical grid suffered a total collapse. This is the first time the island of 10 million people has faced a complete blackout since the United States effectively shut off the flow of oil to the country. Fuel prices on the unofficial market have reached $9 a liter, meaning a single tank of gas now costs more than most Cubans earn in a year. While the state-owned operator is working to restore power, the lack of fuel for generation has led to a rationing of medical supplies and a near halt in tourism. Cuba's deputy foreign minister, Carlos Fernandez de Cosio, specifically blamed United States economic measures for the harm caused to Cuban families.
To address the broader economic impact of the war, the European Union has announced a €6 billion package of measures. This funding is intended to cushion the blow of rapidly rising energy prices for member states as the conflict continues to disrupt global markets. This economic strain is also visible in Lebanon, where the death toll from Israeli raids has risen to 850, including more than 100 children. The UN interim force in Lebanon reported that non-state armed groups fired upon 3 of its patrols yesterday, highlighting the deteriorating safety for international observers as ground operations against Hezbollah expand.
We will continue to monitor the humanitarian and economic developments as this conflict evolves. I'm Talia Bennett.
And I'm Thatcher Collins. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.